And we are live. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm Stephen the Channeler.
And this is Stephanie. Hello.
And we are here for another version of Questions for the Dragon. Thumbs up if everyone can hear okay. Somebody please chime in and just say the sound's okay. And looks like people are starting to check in while we're waiting for confirmation of our sound. We'll go ahead and call out some of the places here. Looks good. Sounds like our sound is good. Very good. All right. We have Italy checking in. We have England checking in. Chile. We have. Okay. Thank you. The sound is good. We like that. All right. Let us know where you're from. Let's feel all this energy gathering. It's really beautiful. Appleton, Groves, Texas. We have, who else is in the house here? Chime in. Let us know where you're from. Germany. All right. Guten Abend. Es ist aber spät. Okay. Turkey, Anatolia. We have Utah. We have Poland in the house. Yay. North Bend, Oregon. That must be Stephanie's mom. Hi, Carolyn.
Yes, hello.
And we have Queensland, Australia. We have Turkey again. Let's see. Who else is here? We have Netherlands. We have, the Amsterdam is in the house. Who else is in the house? Chime in. Guten Abend. Yeah. Okay, we have Joburg. I'm not sure where Joburg is at. Johannesburg, South Africa, maybe? Is that what that's short for? Okay, and we have Cape Town, South Africa. And, okay, well, very good. So far we have a gathering of how many, Stephanie? 18 at the moment.
18.
So it's another intimate gathering. The true dragon workers here, dragon keepers, we should say. So it's very good to have you guys all here. Feel the energy. We do have quite a representation of dragon keepers on this grid here. So this is beautiful. Gaia is starting to sing, and we're feeling it. Okay, a couple of announcements before we jump in with the dragon here. Let's see. We have, as we announced before, we have a new website, jadonse.com. It's just JADONSE.com. And the link should be in the description. And we have, on that page, we are now taking sort of sneak peek pre-orders for the app on iOS so far. We are in beta on the app. And this is the Jadon Se Golden Dragon Oracle deck. So they're Oracle cards where Jadon Se's wisdom and guidance come through. And it's kind of fun to have an Oracle deck in your pocket and just pull it out on your phone whenever you want a little guidance. And so we've been playing with the app. It's working pretty nicely. And that is coming soon. And then as soon as we get that working, we'll concentrate on the Android version. So we're not going to leave you Android folks out either. But it's kind of fun doing this. And future versions of the app will probably have channelings, actual audio for each card. So that'll be fun. And then we are going to actually start hand making decks, physical decks for people who are in North America. We don't want to be shipping these things all over the world yet. But so we're going to start playing around with handmade decks for fun. And what else is going on? Oh, on the website, we have a new way of donating. We do appreciate your support. Any support is helps us keep going. We're not doing this commercially, but there are costs associated with this. So it's buymeacoffee.com/JadonSe. If you want to send us your pocket change, so to speak, here and there. There's a link on the jadonse.com website for that if you forget that it's buymeacoffee.com/JadonSe. We are still doing personal readings. They're starting to slow down a little bit. Jadon Se may be shifting gears to something totally different. More on that. If we don't have people doing personal readings, we may just take down the calendar. It's just not worth doing unless you guys are interested in these readings. And while we're on the subject of personal readings, we just have a little housekeeping here, and that is communication etiquette. It is appropriate for those of you who have personal readings to express your gratitude to Jadon Se and all that. It's just not as appropriate to express sort of feelings of love or appreciation of the quality of the voice or whatever. The reason for that is, the channeler here, sitting here with his love Stephanie, we are in partnership, and it just gets a little awkward, especially if a young female is expressing, "Oh, I love you, Jadon Se," and it's coming through the channel and through us. So if you guys could just try to keep that more appropriate, we really appreciate your guidance, or we really appreciate what you're bringing, this wisdom you're bringing. So we do appreciate that. It's kind of a new journey for the two of us to be doing that. So very good. Any other housekeeping? Let's see. I think that is it for now. There will be a new announcement in a week or so about a new class that might be coming up for Dragon Keepers. So we will post more on that as it comes. And that's about it, I think, for the housekeeping and announcements. Stephanie, did you have anything to add to that?
No, not at this time. I see we have 29 watching live.
Okay, 29, good. So it's a nice little gathering of Dragon Keepers and Dragon workers. It's like light workers. We're going to have to invent a new word for Dragon workers. It doesn't sound quite right. If anyone has any ideas, chime in. Okay, so we just have a little tribe of keepers of the dragon lines here, and so very good. Well, with that, Jadon Se does have a little guidance before we start the questions. So I'm gonna, I could feel him. He really wants to come in. So without much further ado, we are just gonna drop into channel here. I am Jadon Se, and it is a pleasure to be doing this version of Questions for the Dragon. It has been a little while for this series. We have been doing the blessings from the dragon. However, this one focuses more on the Q&A side of things and less on the blessings and activations, more of a informational and playtime, as it were. So, and community building, yes, indeed. Very good. There are a few things that are coming through, and if you give this dragon permission to access your energetics, I will read what is most appropriate for those gathered here. It is beautiful working with light workers, dragon keepers all across the grid, and your field is growing stronger. Before these gatherings, we are feeling your energies as you are tuning in. This is beautiful. We hope that you are also feeling the energies of the other dragon keepers who are tuning in at this time. This is a time where the dragon lines, the dragon grid, is coming alive. There is so much happening on this your world right now. Rivers of energy coming from the cosmos, from the stars, into your Gaia, pouring blessings from, yes, the dragon realms, yes, your star families, benevolent, love-based beings who are in awe and joy of this ascension of your Gaia. Dear ones, this is such a special time, and you are in exactly the right place to help facilitate this beautiful beginnings of this ascension. The dragon lines are humming, you might say, like guitar strings. They are vibrating with energies that are coming in, energies of support, energies of love, energies of remembrance. Yes, dear ones, restored histories from your three-eye atlas, and there is, we will call it Andronoff. We like this much better. Yes, dear ones, there may be questions about this, and there are many energies now that are flowing in, energies of support, energies that are helping your DNA come online. Yes, dear ones, your bodies are waking up. Your, you might say, divine human template is being restored. It has been, shall we say, damaged over time, or experimented with, monkeyed with, tinkered with, you might say. And we are now in a process where it is being restored. There are crystal skulls that are coming back online after long dormancy. They are also feeding energies into the dragon grid. You as dragon keepers, you will start to be guided on how to help optimize these energies, so to speak, how to remove blockages of the flow of these energies. This is a deeply intuitive process. Each of you will express your own inner vision, inner sight, creativity, intuition, gut feelings. Yes, dear ones, you will be guided by your greater self to just simply perhaps be at a certain place at a certain time. You may feel like turning left when you think you should be turning right. Follow these intuitions, dear one. If you find yourself being pulled to a distant place, then you do not know why, honor that guidance. Pay attention to these little feelings and cues. If you see and notice something in a landscape that catches your attention and you feel dragon energies, perhaps you may need to pick up a stone there, or drop a stone that was in your pocket. It will be somewhat subconscious at this time. Your work on this, your Gaia, does not need to be consciously done to be purely effective. Simply your being in a certain location might be making all the difference. Do not get in your heads about this. More will be revealed. There is now a time, a window that has opened. Ever since you stepped through that golden portal, after this, your equinox and the solar eclipse and the energies, this window is still wide open for manifesting. This word is not my favorite, but manifesting is understood by so many. Building your dreams. Yes, dear ones, and building the dreams of a perfect world, a perfect Gaia, the highest timeline, the greatest good. You get the picture. You are now in a window of opportunity for ease and grace at building these dreams. The resistances you have once faced will be much weaker now, maybe even gone altogether. Do not be ashamed of dreaming big. Do not have small dreams like, oh, if I could just get a few $1,000s in my bank account. No, dream much bigger than that. I am dreaming of being independently wealthy and being able to do all of these things in full service with no limitations, no financial burdens that are limiting me. Do not ask for small things. Ask for the bigger picture and go beyond that. Go beyond just having financial independence. Go beyond having any burdens lifted from you, anything that is holding you back or limiting you. I am ready for all of these to be lovingly set aside, thanked, and folded up and put away in a drawer somewhere so that I may walk into this sunlight that is dawning with a lighter load, so to speak. This is the time to do this work, dear ones. Take stock of what is in your world. Feel it and realize that you can improve anything in your life simply by not only intending it mentally, but feeling as though that intention is now firmly planted in the cosmos and growing like seeds in a garden. And as your seeds sprout, Give them love, dear ones. You know that a plant is going to grow, and you have planted a seed and you're watering it, and you do not see the first bud or sprout coming out yet. You can send the soil love. You know that seed is there. This is the process, dear ones. Once you have used that intention to plant the seed, so to speak, know that it is in the soil, it is in the field, and beautiful energies are coalescing. This divine magic of transformation that happens when a seed grows into a full tree is underway. You do not need to know how that seed becomes the tree. All you need to do is send it love and perhaps water it. And this is symbolic for just simply loving this dream. Pour your water of gratitude, intention, love onto your dreams as often as you wish. But do not sit there and fret if you do not see the plant emerging from the soil yet. And if you see the plant, do not be afraid that it is so small and weak. It will grow into that tree. Just give it love. Beautiful. And the timing for this is so perfect. Just know that all of your dreams are being greatly amplified at this time. You have so much support. You have the support of the dragon realms. Yes, dear ones, you are dragon keepers. You have gotten the attention of dragons, your personal dragon. If you have not called in this dragon, or if it is not a strong connection yet, focus on this, dear ones. Call in your dragon. It is a highly personal connection, and do not share the details with others unless they are other dragon keepers and you are helping just to solve some questions that you have together. Do not share this information lightly. It is what it does is when you share it, it waters down, makes it less deeply personal, and you might even get some scorn or judgment from somebody else, and eyebrows raising, oh, you have a personal dragon. This is not what we want, dear ones. It is a beautiful, loving relationship, very much like a child who has an imaginary friend. Dear ones, that child's imaginary friend is far from just imaginary. It is a real friend for that child. It is very much like this. In the beginning, it will be unseen by those around you. And as you develop this relationship, people will start to notice changes happening, changes in you, changes in your environment, changes in your abilities, changes in the energies around you. People will start to notice. And at some point, there will be a beautiful becoming, and there will be a physical dragon in your life. Know that this is true. There will be physical dragons. And this dragon has noticed one of you asking whether birds are dragons.
Yes.
Dear one, you are so correct. I am congratulating you on your awareness. You have seen through a disguise, so to speak. For not all birds are dragons. However, dragons do disguise themselves. We are not allowed to fly around on this world in our full dragon form at this moment, for armies would come out and start shooting at us. Hunters might get freaked out and raise their rifles at us. It is not yet appropriate for dragons to be flying in your skies and appearing in your homes and yards and speaking to the dragon riders and dragon keepers. Just know that until that is possible, we are physically here now. And do not spread this secret far and wide. Keep this among the dragon keepers. The dragons who are appearing as birds will give themselves away to you. You are a dragon keeper. If a bird comes and acts very unbird-like and perhaps has a beautiful bird body, you will know these dragons who disguise themselves as birds cannot help themselves. The feathers will be extra beautiful. The bird will be displaying its beauty to you. Dragons are a little vain, and it is okay. It's silly. It is not serious. It is a vanity of creativity and beauty. And a dragon in a bird form will have to show you its beauty as a bird. It is just something that dragons can't resist. There will be other things that you will see, gatherings of birds that do not normally happen. Wait, these birds are not flocking birds. Why are so many of them flying together? They are usually solitary. Dear ones, these are meetings of dragons. There will be more. You will see. There will be so much more revealed as this magical golden age. Yes, dear ones, it is an age of magic. Magic is coming back. As this age begins, you will start to see more and more beautiful, magical things in your life. Dear one, I am so proud of you for feeling and sensing that there are birds who are dragons. Or is it the other way around? Yes, indeed. This is beautiful. We are feeling your energies. We are feeling that you are all worthy of being dragon keepers. You will all be having these experiences. Embrace them. They are magical. Very good. Well, this is a session of questions for the dragon, so let us not use it all up speaking of such things. Let us move to the questions. Dear Stephanie, is there a question?
Yes, from Draco Psych. Knots? How many dragons are star-seeded? I'm not a light worker. I have another mission.
Dear one, you are, let us say, focusing on aspects of your story that are very interesting to you at this time. This is how an identity is formed, and your story can change over time. It can develop. Your backstory even can change. And this question about star seeds being dragons and vice versa, dear one, you are all, each of you, multi-dimensional beings. This means you can appear in stories. Stories where you appear as a star being of some sort. You might appear as an Arcturian. You might appear as a Pleiadian. You might appear as a rainbow dragon. These appearances will become second nature to you after Ascension when you are playing in the realms of 5D and especially 6D. These are just labels for something so people can use a common language to understand. It is far more complex than just a dimension. It is good for you to review the Message from the Dragon video on dimensions if you wish more on this. Let us just say that you can appear and in any form you wish. When you appear here on this your Gaia at this time in this construct of 3D, you, shall we say, have agreed to play by the house rules. You have agreed to have a persisting human body, and it can be annoyingly persisting, especially if you don't like that love handle that you have, or if you don't like that wart in a certain place. It can be annoying how persistent these bodies are, but it is also beautiful, for it is highly creative, and these persisting bodies are part of what you have agreed to here. When you are a star being, a star traveler, you will see, you will develop the ability to what you would call shapeshift. It is simply appearing in a different form, a different vehicle, a different body, very much as you can jump into a different car or onto a motorcycle, or you can jump onto a jet ski or a snowmobile. It is not any different than this. When you wish to appear as a dragon, you will be able to appear as a dragon, and then you will start playing with beautiful, colorful scales and wings, and we will not fall into the vanity again. It is fun to play with bodies. And, dear one, you are also playing with your identity as a non-light worker starseed on a different mission. This is beautiful. It is your backstory. And this is the most highly creative thing multidimensional beings do when they appear in any realm or story, is they create their own beingness there. And that beingness is far from just a body or an appearance or a career or a vocation or whatever it is. You are creating this, and you are highly creative, multidimensional beings. As you play in these realms and we operate under these house rules, let us keep our human forms. I'm speaking as a dragon coming through a human form right now. Let us keep this the way it is for the moment. There will be times where we will dabble in other realms, and it will be very fun. I hope this helps.
Home Drawn is asking, as we are now dragon node keepers of the new grid, am I that node? And if I decide to move elsewhere, will that node go with me? Or is it permanent placed in my current residence? Thank you.
This is a very important and perfect question. A very good question, dear one. When you were made dragon keepers, it was a special blessing, let us say. These nodes were, shall we say, rearranged for you by the dragon realm, by those dragons who are present now. Your personal dragons were involved in this. Some of the dragons that like to come in and work with these energies came in. They were visitors, so to speak, who came and lovingly adjusted dragon lines. This was a gift, a one-time gift for you. There are abilities that you all now inherently are waking up to as dragon keepers. You will learn how to establish your own dragon lines and dragon nodes in time. For now, the system is complete and created, and there is no need for you to establish new nodes and lines. However, there is not anything stopping you from doing this once you have learned how to do it. Some of you are already intuitively knowing how to do this. It is beautiful. If you feel a place would greatly benefit from a dragon node or from a dragon line passing through this place, there will come a time where we will all begin to work on such things together, and we will be adjusting dragon lines for things that are emerging, so to speak, in this ascension process. So do know that it is possible for each of you to do this. However, it is advisable that you learn to do it consciously before trying to play with such things consciously. There are, let us say, some tools you need. More will come on this. That is a beautiful and very good question, dear one. Thank you.
Okay, there's a question from Katie Cerelli. Is there an individual side of higher self?
Dear ones, this is a very deep, deep question. What is an individual? And is it illusory or is it real? And are there different aspects of individuality? All of these have the answer of yes. You are playing in the realms of individuality, let us say. You have made certain agreements to sever temporarily, or at least obscure, through this, what you call the veil, your full awareness of unity consciousness. This is a very deep, deep question, for there are so many different, we would call them arcs of consciousness that determine your level of individuality. Yes, dear ones, there have been those who have wondered why this cosmic golden dragon hails from the third arc of consciousness. Arcs of consciousness are various, we will call them levels or gradations or different spectrums of awareness of unity consciousness. And not only awareness, but full flow of energies through that awareness. So if you are an archangel, you are highly aware of unity consciousness at all times. In fact, your sense of individuality is very, very much secondary to your unity consciousness. You are only appearing as an individual. You are only channeling the divine energies through the archetype of that being. It is a very hierarchical structure from a human standpoint, and from a divine standpoint, there is no hierarchy ever. It is a little bit of a mystery and a riddle from where you stand. Just know that you have made agreements to hide parts of your greater self, so to speak, on the other side of this supposed veil. And you have forgotten a little bit for the time being, and for this realm of operation, you have quote unquote forgotten who you are at a certain level. Let us just say that every flame on the burner of a gas range is one flame, and yet they appear as individual jets of flame. You see them all sprouting out, so to speak, from the same fuel, the same gas, the same source, so to speak. And because of that, they are one flame appearing through many different little holes in the gas burner. This is instructive on this subject of individuality. Yes, each flame can be considered to be an individual flame. Yes, it can be considered to be one flame. Yes, they are all connected. Yes, 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 yes. I'm sorry if this is not a satisfactory answer. It seems like you are looking for a no somewhere, and there are no no's when it comes to this question. I hope this helps.
Barno Barry Batsbeck, he wants to know the difference between dragon riders, keepers, and impersonators, so to speak. Hello, Jadon Se.
Dear one, this is a little bit of a question of, are there false dragon riders? Are there wannabes, let us call them, wannabe dragon people? Dear one, it is impossible to be a wannabe dragon person, because the moment that you think of dragons, even if you are pretending to be a dragon this or a dragon that, you are connecting with the dragon energies. The moment you utter the word or think the thought dragon, you are a dragon worker, let us say, someone who is aware of the dragon energies. So is a wannabe a real dragon worker or whatever? Dear ones, you can feel into this question, each one of you. If you are being deceptive within yourself, if you are trying to puff yourself up larger than your own experience and understanding, then of course you are a little bit of a charlatan, and you are not very truthful to your own self if you do this. And this can lead you down a path where you are disconnected from your greater gifts, for you are it is like the difference between confidence and overconfidence, arrogance even. If you are confident, truly confident, it is because you have built up experience and understanding and wisdom that gives you a core competency, let us call it, a confidence born of experience or of beingness, truth. Let us just call it a confidence of your true self. And if you are overconfident, yeah, I am going to go down this black diamond ski slope, even though I have never done this before, and I have only been on the bunny slopes, and I fall down often. And I'm just, well, I am so confident I'm going to jump off this ridge and go down this very steep slope. Dear ones, this is overconfidence. This is not being honest with yourself. You are saying, I am an advanced skier, and jumping off this double black diamond ridge, dropping 12 feet onto a very steep slope, and suddenly you are rolling down as a snowball, not a skier, because you have not had the true core competency needed to call yourself this advanced skier. Mm, it is a self-deception. And dear ones, others know when you are speaking from truth. Each one of you can feel whether you resonate with a certain being. If they claim to say, I am a dragon rider, and you feel the truth in their words, that maybe they are meaning something deeper than physically sitting on the back of a dragon and soaring through physical skies. Maybe they mean something deeper than this, something symbolic, and it is very true for them. You will know if there is deception, dear one. And this is the other part of the question. What is a dragon rider, or a dragon keeper, or a dragon seer, or a dragon speaker? These are those who are doing these functions, let us say, performing these gifts, and whether they are doing them in truth or in deception is the question behind this question. They will know, and you will know. If I were just sitting here as a dragon speaker, and I say this I as the channel, the Stephen who is sitting here, whose voice is being heard right now. If you were to say, is Stephen a true dragon speaker, or is he just pretending? Feel into it, dear ones. Is there deception coming through this one? Is there any sort of ego, or are his thoughts being overlaid on what is coming through from Jadon Se? And maybe the answer is sometimes yes. Maybe there are times when the Stephen is actually butting in, so to speak, and his opinions and judgments might have a thin layer over what Jadon Se is saying. Always be vigilant when you are listening to anyone channeling. This can happen to anyone. Yes, dear ones, there can be times where it may feel like deception because the channel is suddenly the channel got triggered by something that Jadon Se said, and maybe his opinion of authority or of the pharmaceutical industry or something is a little bit of a layer of Stephen on top of Jadon Se. This will be detectable because Jadon Se will not say anything about how evil these people are, or how stupid they are, or mistaken, or whatever. Jadon Se will just say, do you really sure you want to listen to this person standing in a white lab coat? If Stephen is inserting himself over this, it will be, are you sure you want to listen to this doctor who doesn't know what he's talking about? Or this one who is being paid to throw some prescriptions at you? And you will feel the attitude. You will feel a little tinge of judgment or negativity or ego or something. So, dear ones, you should always be feeling into any dragon energies that are flowing. If there is deception, you should be detecting it, so to speak, especially deceptions within yourself. If you claim to be a dragon rider or a dragon keeper, feel into this. Is it true? What do you mean by this? If by this you mean that you ride the energies, the dragon energies, to see higher things, to get a better view of things, so to speak, or if you do it to uplift those around you, you are indeed a dragon rider in that moment, perhaps somewhat symbolically, but it is true for you. It really depends on the vibration that is coming through when you speak these words. For these words are simply just words. Without the vibration, I might as well just be an AI voice reading a script somewhere. You would feel the difference. There would be no extra energy coming through. I hope this helps. It was a complicated answer to a very simple question. It is all about truth, dear ones.
Joey Consensus has a question. Do you, Jadon Se, think that a percentage of dragon souls incarnate have not carried out their soul mission?
Whether a being has or has not carried out their soul mission is something for them and them alone to assess. This is why you have heard so many times that upon transition to the other side of the veil, there is a life review. And you have also heard so many wise beings say, the only one who judges you is you. This is so mm, correct, let us say, from the standpoint of spirituality and from the standpoint of sitting on the other side of the veil. When you regain your unity consciousness somewhat on the other side, and you realize that everything that you are seeing and doing is a reflection of what happens within, then you know that there is no external judge. There is no true this or true that other than what is true inside of you. And you will be faced with your own self-deception, and you will sit in judgment of your own self-deception. Was there more to this question?
I don't think so.
The soul mission. The only one who knows the soul mission is the soul. And dear ones, when you delve into what is a soul, this is where you really start to get somewhere with an answer. For what you think a soul is when you're sitting in 3D density on this side of the veil, so to speak, is let us say small potatoes compared to what you will know is your soul when you have let us say pierced the veil somewhat. And so when you ask this question, am I completing my soul mission, or is this or that person completing their soul mission? This is a deeply personal question that only that person can answer from where they stand at that moment in that story. I hope this was not a non-answer for you. It is very important that you start asking the questions. Who am I? What am I? What is a soul? These questions will lead you to the answer, and they cannot be answered by another.
Ellie Biza, question: how can we unblock stuck energies in the body, especially in the neck and shoulders? I keep trying yoga, qigong, breath work, and it just moves to another place without being released.
There are many different types of stuck energies, so to speak. And some of them are stuck there for a reason. Perhaps it feels a little odd to think from the human standpoint, the 3D or 4D human standpoint. Why would my higher, greater self stick something in my throat, or block my heart from opening, or I feel cursed or something? Is this coming from an entity or an external curse, or why is this happening? I've tried everything and yet it still remains. There is a way that you can just accept the blockage for the moment. Stop fighting it, stop trying this or that to unblock it, and just observe it. This stuck energy, what is it? Why is it here? If it is a stuck energy in your throat chakra, so to speak, what is blocking my voice? And is it not time for me to release this yet until I understand the answer to this question? Maybe, for example, I need to look into some connected lifetimes where so often I spoke this truth and was murdered for it, in this public square, even in front of a crowd. Maybe my throat was cut for speaking a truth to power, and the power of the day did not react well to that truth being spoken. Maybe I have a little extra weight I carry around the fleshy areas under my chin to protect myself because of past lifetimes where I was murdered for speaking my truth. And the question leads to other questions. Am I safe to speak my truth now? Is it safe? Is the energy I am walking in, this new golden age that we hear about, can I speak my truth without being murdered, without having my YouTube channel blocked or my phone censored or listened to by some government agency? Or, is there danger? Is there danger for me to speak my truth? Once you have answered that question and answered it to your own full satisfaction, only then is it appropriate for that blockage and energy to be lifted in this example. Then you might even thank it and say, thank you, my greater higher self, for putting this blockage in. I see now that it was not a curse from some entity or being, even though the story could be told that way if I wish it to be. I can see that it came as something that was there for me to look at and understand and learn from and grow from. And I thank it for being there. Now I know something about myself. This blockage is leaving me, and now I can speak my truth. Now my true light work can begin here. I have my voice back. Do you see how this works, dear one? There is divine timing for every stuck energy to be released, and it always has to do with your own deeper understanding. That is beautiful. Dearest Stephanie, is there another question?
Yeah, Lindsay Lightquesta. Hi, are there entities on Andronoff?
Andronoff, your 3-eye atlas entities. Are there entities? The word entity is something that is a little bit of a joke in the dragon realms. It is a little prickly to say entity. What is an entity? So often when somebody uses this word, it is like a little bit scary, and it is this mysterious entity here. And this word comes loaded with some even judgment and a little bit of fear. Let us just dispel that and say, are there beings on Andronoff? Is Andronoff itself a being? And is there perhaps even a city of beings on this Andronoff? And it really depends on from where you stand when you answer this question. It is like saying, is there a city under Mount Shasta? A 3D human will say, are you mad? It is a stratovolcano full of magma chambers and terrible energies, and that would be the worst place on earth for a city. It would be immediately vaporized in magma, and you would be laughed at that there's a city there. However, if you have an awareness that is more of a 4 and 5D awareness, then you can start to intend a realm inside of this mountain. Imagine it, see it, use your inner vision, and as you step in fully into 5D, you can actually visit this city under the mountain. This is your Andronoff is no different from your Mount Shasta from the standpoint of dimensionality. On the outside, in the 3D way of seeing things, it looks like just an oblong rock, and it has got a little bit of, shall we say, chemicals floating around the surface, a little effulgence of energy, plasmas, auroras dancing, and these are 3D puzzles for your 3D scientists. And if you look at Andronoff with the correct eyes, or there are no correct eyes, with different eyes, let us say, you look at them with 5D eyes, you will see that this Andronoff does indeed have a city on it that is full of beings, and these beings are your star brothers and sisters. Yes, the actual ship, if you call it that, of Andronoff is alive and is adapting to the environment of this your your solar system, intelligently adapting at all times. And so, yes, can your being be full of beings? Well, you are indeed. Your gut is full of, shall we say, good bacteria, friendly beings that are co-creating your body with you. And if they were to leave immediately, you would simply die. So it is very important to know that you can have beings within beings within beings. And this is expected and beautiful. So yes, your Andronoff, your 3-eye atlas, it is piloted, so to speak, by intelligence. It is itself an intelligence, and it is itself a being, and it has a city full of beings, and they are absolutely over the moon, you would say, quite literally, over the moon with joy for what is happening on this your Gaia at this time. You have spectators, and this is like, think of it as a float in a parade. People say, well, if this Andronoff is a ship, it is moving so slowly, it is the crudest thing. If these star beings wanted to be here, they could be here in the blink of an eye. They could teleport a city, a mothership the size of a city, and zip in here and zip out. And no, dear ones, this is like a float in a parade. It is like when you see these Chinese dancers holding a giant paper dragon that they are dancing inside of. It is a celebration, dear ones. There are spectators that are cheering, and you yourselves are present. Your greater selves have greater stories, and these stories also include star being versions of you who are on this beautiful city, and they are observing what is happening on this beautiful blue world, and they are observing what is happening in your very lifetime, for they know they are connected to you, and that you are their quote-unquote ground crew, so to speak. Yes, dear ones, yes, 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 and yes. And each of you may open your own inner vision and see beings on this Andronoff, and none of you are incorrect, so long as you are being true to your own inner vision, your own story of what is happening there. You are co-creating what is happening there. Yes, 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 and yes. These this questions to the dragon will get very boring if I just answer every question with yes, 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 and use your inner vision. But in this case, it is a beautiful city, and those of you with deeper vision are seeing deeper aspects of it.
Okay, Home Drawn is asking, for years I have tried many guided meditations for meeting one's own personal dragon with no success, while other people experience amazing results. Why is this? Am I not ready?
There are many reasons why you may feel blocked from your personal dragon. When you call in your personal dragon, those who do not have expectation of how this dragon should or will appear to them will be the most open to meeting their dragon. This is the first clue. This is not in judgment of you and your expectations. It is simply pointing out that you are blocking your own vision, so to speak, with expectations. Your dragon may appear to you in your inner vision, may appear in a dream, may feel like a certain energy on the wind. It may appear to you in the bark of a tree or a rock or a bird, as we have spoken of. Your dragon will appear to you in a way that is most appropriate for you. And when you surrender to this and you drop the expectations, you will start to realize very rapidly that your dragon is responding to you. Your awareness will grow. You will start to see the little clues and signs around you. And as you open up to this ability to sense your personal dragon. Your personal dragon will tailor its appearance to you, or its being in your field, so to speak, in ways that are even more appropriate to you. And you can see how this will go. It will get clearer and clearer, and it is so deeply personal. No one can ever tell you the name of your dragon or what your dragon looks like. This may happen at some point when your dragon actually gets to the point of being physical. Others might see it. Why is that bird landing on this man's shoulder? And they may start questioning, is that really a bird? And, things like this. It is not for you to make your dragon appear to others. However, in time, others may become aware of it. I hope this helps.
Okay, Michael Patronella is asking, could you help us to understand what ascension symptoms are or could be experiencing, and how to navigate them, and if blurry vision is one of them?
Dear ones, it is beautiful that many light workers are talking about ascension symptoms. It is a little bit silly. It is like, well, if it's a symptom, can I take a little pill for it? And this is not like what is happening. However, there is not the proper word for ascension effects on my body. And so symptoms will have to do. Yes, dear ones, the ascension is deeply affecting your forms. This ascension has activated 2 of your crystal skulls, and those crystal skulls are responsible for restoring the divine template of humanity that has been so polluted and corrupted over time in this density. So the human template itself, what it is to be a human, is changing in this realm. It is being lovingly restored with ease and grace. It must be done slowly. Otherwise, the abrupt change will be too jarring, and you might forget yourself, so to speak, or have an identity crisis, etc. What we are speaking of is every being on this planet, human and animal and any being, is adjusting to the new Gaia, and the new Gaia is restoring the truth of the potential of all beings. We call it a potential, for every being is based on what we would call a template, a morphogenetic template, perhaps, a structure, a divine aspect. We could call it an archetype. And the human template, if we use this structure, this construct, this doggy wants to talk about human templates a little less and doggy templates a little more, but it is okay. You will talk about doggies later. It is the human template that is changing. And as it does, each human form on this world must make adjustments to change with it. These adjustments are expansions. You're not losing anything. What you are doing is growing into more of your potential. And you have heard light workers speaking about becoming less carbon-based and more crystalline. There is some truth to this, and it is more of a spiritual change that we are speaking of now. It is attuning with your higher beingness. You are becoming a vehicle, a form that can express more of your greater self with a capital S. And so as more of your spirit can come through this story of yours here, your form must adjust for this. It must grow in some way, expand in some way. And these expansions come at a cost. The cost is letting go of stuck energy, so to speak, and readjusting, rebalancing. As you've heard of this Schumann resonance, the frequency of the world is 7.8 hertz or whatever it has been labeled, and it is fluctuating. So too are your bodies changing in frequency with these shifts. And as they do, old, let us say, constructs that are no longer necessary, or old armor, you might say, old clothing that no longer fits, must be dropping away. And you might say, if you started to grow, say a little child of 9 years old suddenly grew to be 12 wearing the same clothes, they might feel a little tight, and they might actually burst buttons, and things would go wrong, and the wardrobe malfunctions and such. You would have problems, let us say. You would need to change your clothes if you have a growth spurt like this. And dear ones, you are doing the same thing. This is not a physical growing in size. It is your entire beingness, your form is growing into a new template, and much needs to fall away and be released. So you will have pains, you will have aches, you will have days where you feel like you have a fever, or your eyes are burning, blurring, as you say. Yes, dear ones, as your eyes change, your sight changes. And if you try to hold on to your old way of seeing, it will not work so well. You need to flow with these changes, ease into them. And one day you might find that you no longer need glasses. Indeed, many of you have stopped using your reading glasses without even realizing you have done this. For your eyes are growing in ways that you have not been so aware of. We do not say getting younger, for this is incorrect. You are becoming ageless. You are not getting younger and youthful. You are just letting go of the concept of aging. And so you are more able to just simply appear as you wish. Do I wish to look mature and studious? Do I wish to look youthful and playful as a child, or whatever? It depends on how you wish to appear. More like a professor or a Peter Pan today, let us say. Let us start to begin to drop the concept of aging and my age. When somebody asks you, how old are you? Just smile at them and say, what a silly question. I am as you see me now. And that is the true answer. Very good. We have time for one more question.
Okay, I see Katie Cirilli is asking, is there a mission or a duty for being a dragon keeper?
Dear ones, the beauty of working with the dragon energies is that nothing is expected of you. These are gifts. If you are given this gift and you just put it away in a chest somewhere and it starts gathering dust and you never bring it out to play with it, that is sad, but it is yours. You can do that if you wish. If you wish to bring it out every day and play with it and develop it further and build your own toys, so to speak, with it, this is beautiful. This is an opportunity. It is not a mission. You do not need to worry about whether or not you are accomplishing something. It is that you have been drawn to it for a reason. If you are on this transmission or listening to this recording, you are here for some calling of your own greater self, and it is your own greater self that has decided that dragon energies are a good way to play with this awareness, this knowledge, this wisdom. And as these dragon energies become clearer and more understandable to you, you can delve deeper into them. And you can also, if you wish, graduate from seeing these energies as dragon energies and move into them being as angelic energies or ascended master energies or the rays of the Chohans, or you get the picture. This is your story, your life. Create it as you will, and there is no expectation whatsoever. This is an opportunity for you to be of service to this ascension, to this Gaia, to those around you who are waking up to their own gifts. And it is beautiful to use the dragon energies to do this. You can use fairy energies. You can use any energy that is natural to your beingness, and your story is beautiful to play with. Elementals and masters and angels and star families and star beings, and this is your story. Create it the way you wish. I hope this helps. Very good. We are going to wrap this up, and I'm getting a little elbow from the channel. He oftentimes the transmission ends and the channel is just not able to say anything at the end. And right now the channel wishes for me to just speak a little about this upcoming class that we are going to be having. Well, when it is time, we will reveal what this class is. And what it is for those of you who really wish to be guided a little deeper into the dragon energy, so to speak, to be given some new tools and toys to play with, so to speak. We will be offering an intensive, let us say, where a more private gathering of beings will be working in a very similar way to learn greater things about working with the dragging energies, become co-creative, so to speak, on how to use them in more practical and visible ways, let us say, and how to be of greater service to this ascension and this Gaia and the dragon lines at this time. More on this later. We will be winding down our personal readings if the booking calendar keeps being so open these days. There's no reason for us to have it, so we will end this if there is no more desire for personal readings, and we will just take this class approach as we shift into that. For now, you can still book your personal readings with whatever donation is right for you, and we will keep this open for a time. However, it's the way things are unfolding. It is the window for that is most likely closing. Very good. There will be more on this upcoming class. There is an app that you will be able to play with for these dragon oracle cards. They are very fun, and yes, I do speak through them very clearly, and you will be able to carry it with you at all times. It will be fun, and there will be more. We will be creative together. No worries. It is all fun, and we love this gathering. We love you. Let us, before we go, call out where we are from once more so we can feel us humming on this planet. Call out where you are from, put it in the chat, and I will read it out. Your Stephanie has disappeared. This channel can open eyes and read. We have Berkeley, California. We have Chile in the house. We have Belgium, Leuven, Holland. We have Turkey, Anatolia, beautiful area of deep history. Cape Town, South Africa, with beautiful energies and yes, beautiful rock structures that are humming right now. We have Lake Tahoe, Price, Utah, Groves, Texas, Thailand, South Africa, Long Beach, Florida, Amsterdam, Netherlands, Germany. We have Kenya in the house, beautiful Queensland. We have Maine in the United States, North Bend, Oregon. Who else is here? Sound it out. We can feel you. All of us can feel you. This globe is humming. This Gaia, she is singing with your energies. England is in the house. Yes, very good. Tell me about monoatomic gold, how to reverse gray hairs. Well, that will be for another questions for the dragon. We are winding this up. Very good. Your Ormus monoatomic gold is beautiful. We have some in the house here. Very good. This has been beautiful. Feel your energies. Feel this Gaia singing with the dragon workers and keepers. Feel this. and work the energies you have with each other. If you can feel the other dragon keepers, you can send energies back and forth, tune into each other, so to speak. This is beautiful. It has been fun, and we will look forward to next Wednesday's blessings from the dragon. There will be much more messages from the dragon. There has been a little pause. Your channel has been so absorbed in the app development, which is like gears and pulleys and levers, and he is an artist. It is strange to be so left-brained, but it is working out okay. So we apologize for not having so many new messages from the dragon on the YouTube channel. This will change soon. Very good. Blessings to all. Be well.